I am like a meter in from the outside and it's still basically reaching me. With all the wonderful enthusiasm you guys were showing for these neighborhood walks that I was doing, I thought, who am I to tell people what they enjoy? And I'm going to do that today. I've thought of a couple different places, but there's one particularly that my buddy introduced me to when I first came to Kyoto that I really loved. But starting first is this beautiful little like micro shrine here that I always come by on the way to my work, and I absolutely love it. Very personal, very small. I don't know that it's dedicated to something specifically, but I always come here at like significant times a year, do like a little pray there, and of course it has one of these little homes to the gods, which are personality filled, cute. Dare I say cute? They're attractive little things, yeah. So not a stone's throw away. This is kind of the beauty of Kyoto, right? You get that urban with old in a really, really big way. An interesting fact about Kyoto is that during the Second World War, there was a lot of horrible firebombing of the cities in many countries. It was considered total war because even civilians were attacked. And actually the Ghibli movie, I believe it's called The Graveyard of the Fireflies, includes that element in it, the firebombing that was happening. But one of the cities that escaped that bombing was Kyoto, because it was considered such a cultural center that they would not bomb these areas to retain the sort of beautiful architecture and history that is here. So good that they didn't. That's why you still have things like Kiyomizu-dera and Kinkakuji and Ginkakuji and all these incredible, timeless, priceless cultural icons that are still here, which is really, really good. And then it creates the kind of character that you see for much of Kyoto, where that's where you get the Kyomachiya, which is their traditional townhouse. And why there are so many here is because they didn't suffer any kind of firebombing. And that allowed them to still be a part of the visual language. I like that description. The visual language of what you find when you walk around. So here we have, just as I was describing a moment ago, and this is going to feature a lot in the videos that I make here, is one of these Kyomachiya. Although this is not the bed of eel style. The bed of eel style, you get used to that if you're going to watch these neighborhood videos a lot. Ooh, it's a thunderstorm. If it starts to rain, maybe I'll be able to capture a cool moment like that. Bed of eels was this idea that you were charged, tax on your home was based on the amount that was facing the street. And so what they would do is they would have very narrow, as they face the streets, structures, but then those would go backwards a far, far distance. And so you got these, like, that's where you also get the very iconic kind of super narrow streets. You find that a lot in Japan, but no more so than if you come to Kyoto. I did want to mention before I get too far into the video that if you're enjoying these, absolutely check out the card that I put up in the right corner, because if they continue to gain traction, I'll make like a separate playlist for them. And yeah, they're all cool in their own right, because when I do these, I'm going to try and have them focus on a specific part or neighborhood. It's really starting, it's getting that feeling. Okay, here's another one, this wonderful, check this out, right? Like, how gorgeous is that? Yeah, this beautiful wood lattice, there's a particular type of resin or sealant that they use on that, which gives it that particular color. You get the traditional roof, just absolutely gorgeous. It's kind of ironic. A lot of people who are saving these machiya are foreigners, believe it or not, because they're hot in the summer and they're cold in the winter. That's what people say anyways. Here's another gorgeous one. And here is, as I say, this sort of pathway that's very, very, very narrow. How cool is that? But for those reasons, then a lot of Japanese people want they want the ultra modern. They don't want to have anything to do with it. We might have to duck under cover here. Yeah, maybe we can do something cool here. I can just walk like this. This is an adventure video next to the lattice. So a lot of people who are still interested in restoring them are foreigners. So it's a cool way that, strangely, foreigners are having like such a significant impact on retaining Japanese culture. That's a cool thing. We're not always, as a foreigner's interaction, considered contributive in Japan. There's the foreigner smash, I'm sure you've heard of. I've learned as well that some of these buildings, not necessarily this one, but some of these buildings, what you'll see on the outside is a kind of char, and the buildings look pre-burnt, and that actually does protect against them burning. They just burn them, and so that first layer that comes down or changes then prevent that kind of problem. I actually have been avoiding saying explicitly the names of the places that I visit because I'd like there to remain this kind of sense of personal discovery if people came here, and also not like my channel has a huge impact on creating a flood of foreigners. That would be hilarious if I thought that that was the case, but I do want to make it still personal. People can still experience it themselves, but then if ever I one day did get larger, I've kind of established that precedent that it's cool, watch the video, but I'm not going to blow someplace up that then it becomes overrun and what made it personal is no longer personal anymore. But one place, because I'm so small, and I don't think that this would have a hugely negative impact, I'd like to mention is Que Pasa. So if you were a fan of the burrito, behind me here, Que Pasa is, they say, the only burrito joint in Kyoto. I don't know if that's true, but I will tell you that they are really good. So there it is. This is the one place. I'm telling you where it is. They're available on Uber Eats if you want to get them through Uber Eats, and so you can, yeah, basically get it delivered to your door, which is convenient. Not too expensive, super delicious, so good, and probably one of the few places I'll actually say where I actually am. I'm not going out of my way. I mean, I already saw in the comments section that, oh, look at that bunch of cool fans. That's like, I don't know, that's just very cool. I feel like getting a nice, cool shot of the person chilling in there working on the fans would be awesome. What was I saying? I forget. Oh no, it's starting to pick up. I think I might be running for shelter pretty soon here. My poor mic. Here we have another. There's these. And my thinking was this, if people are so against like, oh, they're not new and they're gonna be too hot or cold, well, that's why you renovate them. That's why you look after them and renovate them, and then you no longer have that problem. Look at these. They're just gorgeous. Here's one that's more renovated. Okay, rain is picking up. I'm probably gonna have to duck under shelter here. It did end up storming. Oh man. I am like a meter in from the outside and it's still basically reaching me. Holy shit, that's some rain. We have a miracle moment where it's not raining super crazy hard, it's just raining mostly hard. So if you're enjoying seeing me caught out in the rain and having to hide from torrential downpour, please, consider subscribing, putting in the work here. Also, I'll put my social media links so you guys can check that out if you want to see, it gives you notifications when I'm getting up to stuff. We made it, I found it. Let's hope that the rain holds off for just a moment so I can show you guys my favorite area for these little micro shrines. It's super beautiful. So I'll be talking, but I'm just gonna pan over it so you don't have my mug in your face. Here it is. It's these beautiful gates. If Drew were here, we'd be able to get a little bit more interesting history. Really, really beautiful stuff. These here, and then check this one out. Look at that. How cool is that? The beautiful kind of beige stone, and then all the trees around this gate looks so cool. I want to go back here for a moment so you can see another one of these gates. It's so beautiful. Yeah, they have the main gate and then the little side door. So from here, it's slowly back away. Gorgeous, right? Just this whole street, and then it looks down to this super big temple down at the end, which is really, really, really nice. And it's all the way along, so This is short. It would probably take us to walk from one side to the other. It'd probably be about a 3-minute street, but quite literally every single home here has retained this gorgeous kind of architecture along here and been maintained immaculately. Oh, that doesn't sound good. That's not hopeful for us. But I remain optimistic. Okay, we're gonna run. Absolutely gorgeous architecture just in the middle of an urban city is your thing. I got that thing for you right here. Wish we had like the beam of light coming down on it. Something about the rain that's kind of adding to the atmosphere, isn't it? These beautiful trees. Now, I don't know, it may be closed right now, but hopefully I can provide you with some view inside, because there was a cool detail I wanted to give you about how people enjoy this during the course of the whole year, because this is open to the public. So obviously you have this like wall for privacy and everything here like that, but then can you imagine just how beautiful that is? The sort of constant secret gardens that you find in Kyoto are really amazing. I love the secret garden, and it's something that you really enjoy in one of the traditional townhouses. Also, shout out now to everybody who is supporting me on Patreon. I really appreciate that. If you haven't already and would consider doing so, you're the best. Thank you so much. It means the world to me and helps more stuff like this get made. Okay, we're coming around, and you know what, guys? Today it looks like I'm only going to be able to sort of give you the outside view, but I can tell you a bit of what you would find on the inside were it to be open. You gotta see this beautiful, beautiful top to it though. The roof, that's what they're called. Now, when you're looking on a screen, it's not gonna do it total justice. I hope you get some sense of the absolute grandeur of this. It's just incredible. Looks like we can't get inside. That'll have to be for another time, but what's cool is that you always get people who are coming here to go for lunch, basically. And it's super hot and humid in Kyoto, as you may or may not know, but it really is. And that's one of the places that nobody wants to sit indoors. You know, maybe there's a little bit of a breeze, but people will come to they bring their bento and they sit around the temple grounds and enjoy having their lunch. And it's such a peaceful scene, if not only to experience personally as well. Well, there you go, guys. That's Temple Street. We didn't see the inside of the major one, but you did get to see that road, and that road is so cool. I'll definitely be doing more of these because everyone was so encouraging. I don't know, it's kind of an anomaly. I didn't expect people to be so enthusiastic about these kinds of videos, because it's just walking around. It's really low investment, but I get as well when I'm making the more serious ones, or like documentaries. One of the comments down below, I believe it was from Creature, said, oh, this is like kind of a breath of fresh air. It's just light, it's fun, and I do want people to be able to relax when they watch my content. So if that's the effect that this kind of video has, let's do some more of these in the interim while I'm making the biopics and documentaries. That's gonna be all for now. I already mentioned, if you do want to subscribe, that helps me out a ton. If you are so inclined to support me on Patreon, amazing, thank you so much. But I appreciate everybody here. There's no compulsion to do any of that. It's just awesome that you tune in and enjoy what I'm doing. I love to share it with you. So that is all for now. I've got 2 more neighborhoods lined up, one of which is like a buddies, and I'll be doing those as soon as I can so I can get some of that fresh, hot content up on the channel. Thanks for coming with me on this one, guys, and I'll catch you in the next. Peace.